Hi guys, and welcome to smART, the show where we investigate art. Today we're with the Randalstown OC Girls Brigade and we're going to be learning about glassmaking, so let's go meet the girls. Hi guys! Hi! I'm Victoria and today we're going to be learning about glassmaking, but before we do that I want to get to know you a bit more. So can you tell me about your group and the activities that you get up to?
We're from Randalstown OCGB, and some of the activities we get up to would be like baking. So we've baked brownies and we've made pizzas, and we also do a lot of crafts. So we make bracelets.
So what kind of art do you like to do, and do you do any yourself?
I love all types of art. I done art for GCSE and I'm hoping to do it for A-level as well. For my GCSE I done a lot of painting, mainly farm animals.
So what do you know about glassmaking?
I don't know a lot about glassmaking, but I know that you need high temperatures to be able to mould the glass.
So do you think glass can be seen as art?
Yeah, definitely. I think in some instances like glass can be more practical, like we use it in our everyday life for glasses and stuff. But I think it can be more artistic, such as like vases and perfume bottles and decorations can all be made from art, and it can be very pretty.
I think I'd like to make some kind of glass decoration that's quite plain and simple, because I think it'd be really nice to have it on display in the house and have people come in and admire it.
Well, that's great. I actually happen to know someone who specialises in glassmaking, so shall we go meet them?
Yeah!
Okay, let's go. So this is Brian and he's going to be teaching us all about glassmaking, but before we get into that, I hear you have a few questions for him, so what's your first question?
Where does glass come from?
Glass is basically sand, specifically silica sand, and then it has some other additives to it to make it react differently, but essentially it's sand.
Are there different types of glass and different techniques that can be used?
Essentially in glass blowing there's really only two types, and lead crystal is used as well as the one that we use, but there are other things for scientific blowing and things like that.
Why is some glass clear and some stained?
Well, essentially all glass starts out clear, but then colours added to it by adding chemicals, minerals and so on and so forth. So copper is added to make it blue and so on, like that.
Okay guys, great questions. Now Brian, can you tell us what we're going to be doing today?
So the first piece we're probably going to make is just going to be a solid piece. We're not going to blow. And when we've got that done, then we're going to move on to blowing a piece, so that'll be a little bit more challenging. When we're going to blow the piece of glass, we'll gather it for you, and then you'll put some colour on it, and then we'll put some air in it, and then we'll reheat it to get the glass nice and soft again, and then we'll start to blow the piece out. And then we'll get a tool called a jack, and we'll put a little jack line in it, and that's to enable us to take the piece off the blowing iron and to make the finished piece.
Okay, that's great, so let's give it a go.
The first thing you do, turn all the time you've got glass there. And what we do is we put that on the paper, you roll it back and forward, and you can see the glass is coming off the iron, yes? So once you do that, lift this tool, and you make a little mark. That's all you're going to do the first time. And that's just to get you used to this roasting up piece of glass. You know, you have to match one with the other.
How do you heat the glass so that it's at a temperature where you can melt it?
Essentially you put the glass into a pot, and then you put that's in a furnace. The furnace might be operated by electricity or by gas, and then basically those are used to raise the glass to the temperature of melting point. You gradually need to get deeper and deeper into the piece, so you have to sort of squeeze. Once you get the initial line in, although you're rolling it on the paper, you're not really moving the glass off it much.
Okay.
So you probably need to put a bit more pressure on there. Leave it at that, eh? This tool you haven't used before, but you're going to use it now. It's called a block. You hold it nice and tight up there, not there, up here. And then when we roll it, you start exactly the same thing as we were doing before. want to twist it up, you just put these on like that. There's your twist. Let's go on with Jackson. That's it, just there. You were asking about coloured glass earlier. This is how you do that. We're going to do the two colours into one and see if these pieces go in. They may not go in. Right, my hand. Yep. Just roll that.
What's the most challenging part of glassmaking?
I think the most challenging part is to keep moving on and not to just become complacent with the things that you make. It's always good to be challenged by what you're making. We hold it up and we let that drop back. What you can see now is the paperweight's beginning to drop back onto that's getting a nice flat bottom. If you want to keep the pieces whole, you don't let the glass move too much. You keep the glass centered. So at this stage, you're going to be here. I or Scott are going to be there. You're going to get these in your hand. You're going to say blow. Stop. Let's give it another roll, yep. Scott, would you get these glass?
We made paperweights and Christmas baubles, and basically we heated the glass and then shaped them to make a certain object.
Keep going.
My favourite part was probably when I messed up the glass bubble, but
There
then
you
I
go.
was able to actually blow air into it myself, which I found really enjoyable.
I like
Green
choosing
again.
the colours and seeing how the colours turned out and choosing different patterns and making decisions of how I wanted it to turn out, and I think I like being creative.
Now again.
The most challenging part was probably having to use the
Okay,
tongs,
so
because
turn.
at the start you
Stop
had to be
doing that
really
now.
gentle because the
That one
glass
down.
was so molten, but then it cooled really, really quickly, so then you had to use a lot of force
Paper
to
line.
get it off the iron.
The bit that probably surprised me most was just how it all worked, and it was always something I knew very little about, and just learning about the different parts of it and how you shaped the glass and moulded it
One
together.
bit.
Well, I really enjoyed today, and I'm not a big fan of art, so I would say try something different and you'll probably enjoy it.
I would definitely say be open to new things and be more adventurous. Like before this, I always put myself down to I'm not a creative person, I'm not artistic. But I think there's different ways you can be artistic. It doesn't just have to be drawing or painting. You can be good at other things. And glass blowing definitely, showed me a new side to art, which is very interesting.
Well guys, that's all from us at smART today, but if you're interested in finding out any more information about glassmaking, why not try online for any classes or workshops in your local area. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep on investigating.